Hey there, welcome back to English Sprout TV. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. We're so glad you pressed play today.
Whether you're driving to work, washing the dishes, or just taking a walk with your headphones in, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to make your English a little more you.
That's right, because one of the first things people ask when they meet you is, so, what do you do in your free time? Or, what are your hobbies? And today, you're going to learn exactly how to answer that, naturally, confidently, and without freezing up.
By the end of this episode, you'll know how to describe your hobbies, ask other people about theirs, and use phrases that make you sound like a real English speaker, not a textbook. So stay with us. This is going to be fun.
Okay, let's quickly look at what you'll learn today. First, we'll teach you the most common ways to start talking about hobbies, simple openers you can use anywhere.
Second, we'll go through a real conversation where we talk about our own hobbies. You'll hear natural phrases like I'm into and I'm not really a fan of, and it helps me unwind.
Third, we'll show you how to ask someone back about their hobbies because conversations go two ways, right? You don't want to just talk about yourself.
And finally, we'll do a quick vocabulary recap at the end so you can write down the best phrases and practice them later. So grab a notebook if you have one nearby, or just listen carefully. Let's get started. So, Emma, I was thinking, hobbies are such a big part of small talk, but a lot of English learners tell me they don't know how to start. They know the words reading, swimming, cooking, but they don't know how to build a sentence around them.
Totally. Like, you can say, I like cooking, and that's fine. But after 10 seconds, the conversation dies, right? Because the other person just says, oh, nice, and then awkward silence.
Exactly. So today we want to teach you how to keep that conversation alive. Let's start with the basics. Emma, what do you usually say when someone asks you about your free time?
Well, if someone asks, what do you do for fun? I usually say something like, I'm really into hiking, or I love trying new recipes in the kitchen.
Nice. So notice, she didn't just say, I like hiking. She said, I'm really into hiking. That phrase, I'm into something, is super natural. It means you really enjoy it. It's one of your main hobbies.
Right. And if you want to sound even more natural, you can add a little detail, like, I'm really into hiking, especially on weekends when the weather is nice. See, now the other person has something to grab onto. They can ask about the weather or weekends or where you hike.
That's the secret. Give them a hook, a small detail. So let's practice this together. I'll ask and you answer in your head or out loud if you're alone.
So, Emma, what are you into?
I'm really into photography. I usually take my camera out on Sunday mornings and walk around the city looking for interesting buildings.
Perfect. Did you hear the structure? I'm into hobby. I usually detail. Try it. Pause the video if you need to. Seriously, pause us and say it out loud.
Okay, welcome back. Now, what if your hobby is something you just started? You don't want to sound like an expert.
Good point. Then you can say, I've recently gotten into yoga, or lately I've been trying to learn the guitar.
I've recently gotten into. That means you started not long ago. And lately, I've been trying to. That shows effort. You're a beginner, and that's okay. People love hearing about new hobbies.
Let me give another example. Lately, I've been trying to learn how to cook Italian food. I'm not great at it yet, but it's fun to experiment.
That's so relatable. And notice he added, I'm not great at it yet. That honesty makes people like you more. It invites encouragement. The other person might say, oh, that's cool. What have you tried making?
And just like that, the conversation is flowing.
All right, let's go deeper. Let's pretend we're at a party and we just met. Alex, tell me about your hobbies, but this time use some of the phrases we just learned.
Okay. Well, I'm really into running. I try to go every morning before work. It helps me clear my head and feel energized for the day.
Great. I love that. You said, it helps me clear my head. That's a beautiful phrase. It means running makes you stop worrying or overthinking. You feel calm.
Exactly, and feel energized. That means you feel full of energy. So here's another pattern you can steal. Hobby helps me benefit.
Let's hear a few more examples of that pattern. Reading helps me relax before bed. Gardening helps me feel connected to nature. Playing video games helps me unwind after a stressful week.
Unwind, that's a great word. It means to relax, to let go of stress, like unwinding a tightrope.
So now, listeners, think about your own hobby. Why do you do it? Does it help you unwind? Does it help you stay fit? Does it help you be creative? Try to finish this sentence in your mind. My hobby helps me.
Good. Now let's talk about frequency. How often do you do your hobby? English speakers love hearing about habits. It makes the conversation feel real.
Instead of just saying, I like painting, you can say, I paint every weekend. I try to paint at least twice a week. I paint whenever I have free time. I haven't painted much lately because I've been so busy.
All of those are perfect. Let's break them down. I try to hobby at least number times a week. This shows you're making an effort. I hobby whenever I have free time. This is flexible. You're not super strict, but you enjoy it when you can. I haven't hobbied much lately because this is honest and very common. Everyone gets busy.
Alex, let's do a quick back and forth so they can hear the rhythm. I'll ask and you answer naturally. How often do you play football?
I try to play every Saturday morning with a group of friends, but if it rains, we just grab coffee instead.
Do you watch a lot of movies?
I watch a movie maybe once or twice a week, usually on Friday nights. It's my way of unwinding after the work week.
Beautiful. Did you catch that last one? It's my way of unwinding. That's another powerful phrase. You can say, it's my way of relaxing. It's my way of staying active. It's my way of being creative.
So now you have 3 solid structures. I'm really into hobby. Hobby helps me benefit. It's my way of verb plus ing.
Let's add one more. Talking about skill level. Sometimes you want to say you're good at something. Sometimes you want to be humble. Here are both.
If you're confident, I've been playing piano for about 10 years, so I'd say I'm pretty good at it. I'm quite skilled at photography. A little more formal, but natural.
If you're humble or learning, I'm still a beginner, but I'm enjoying the process. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I know the basics. I'm just doing it for fun, not to be professional.
That last one is so important. I'm just doing it for fun. It takes the pressure off. Nobody judges you. In an English conversation, that relaxed attitude actually makes you more likable.
Okay, now here's where a lot of learners get stuck. They can talk about themselves, but they don't know how to ask the other person. And then the conversation becomes a one-sided speech. Not good.
Right, so let's teach you the best questions to ask. The simplest one is, what about you? Just throw it back, but that can feel a little flat. Let's make it warmer.
After you talk about your hobby, add, do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time? What are you into? Very casual, very friendly. How do you usually spend your weekends?
I love how do you usually spend your weekends because it's indirect. It doesn't use the word hobby, so it feels more like a real conversation, not an interview.
Okay, let's model this. Alex, you talk about your hobby, then ask me.
I'm really into cycling. I go out every Sunday morning and ride around the lake near my house. It helps me stay fit and clears my mind. How do you usually spend your weekends, Emma?
Oh, that sounds peaceful, actually. I'm more of an indoor person. I love baking. I've recently gotten into making sourdough bread. It's tricky, but when it comes out of the oven and the whole house smells amazing, it's totally worth it.
Did you hear how she responded? First, she reacted to my hobby. That sounds peaceful. This is key. Always acknowledge what the other person said before you talk about yourself.
Then she used one of our phrases. I'm more of an indoor person. That's a great way to contrast your style with someone else's. You can also say, I'm more of an outdoor person. I'm more of a morning person. I'm more of a night owl.
And then she added emotion and sensory detail. The whole house smells amazing. That makes the hobby feel real and vivid. Not just I like baking, but I love the smell of fresh bread in my kitchen.
So listeners, here's your challenge. When you describe your hobby, add one sensory detail. What does it smell like, sound like, feel like?
Examples. I love gardening because the soil smells like rain. I play drums because I love the feeling of the beat in my chest. I enjoy knitting because the wool feels so soft in my hands.
So beautiful. Now, what if the other person mentions a hobby you don't know anything about? Like, They say, I'm into rock climbing, and you've never climbed a rock in your life.
Then you ask curious questions. You don't need to know the hobby, you just need to be interested. Try these. That sounds interesting. How did you get into that? What do you enjoy most about it? Is it hard to get started? Where do you usually go for that?
How did you get into that? This is gold. It asks for the origin story. People love telling that story, and it keeps the conversation going for another 5 minutes easily.
Let's hear it in action.
I'm actually really into rock climbing.
Wow, that sounds exciting. How did you get into that?
Well, a friend took me to an indoor gym about 2 years ago, and I was terrible at first, but I loved the challenge. Now I go twice a week, and I've even started climbing outdoors.
That's amazing. What do you enjoy most about it?
I think it's the problem-solving part. Every wall is like a puzzle, and when you finally reach the top, the feeling of accomplishment is incredible.
See, no expert knowledge needed, just curiosity and a few good questions.
Let's talk about some real-life situations. What if you don't really have hobbies, or you feel like your hobbies are boring?
This is so common. A lot of people say, I don't have any hobbies, I just watch TV. But guess what? Watching TV is a hobby. You just need to frame it better.
Instead of, I just watch TV, say, I'm really into watching documentaries. I love learning about history and nature. Or, I enjoy binge watching Korean dramas. The storytelling is incredible.
Binge watching. That means watching many episodes of a show in one sitting. It's a modern, natural word. And if you say, I'm really into documentaries, suddenly you sound like an intellectual, not a couch potato.
Another common scenario, you used to have a hobby, but not anymore. How do you talk about that?
You can say, I used to play basketball in college, but I haven't had time lately. I was really into painting when I was younger, but I kind of fell out of it. I'd love to get back into swimming. I miss it.
I used to hobby, past habit. I fell out of it, a natural phrasal verb meaning you slowly stop doing it. I'd love to get back into it. You want to restart.
And if someone asks about a hobby you hate, be polite but honest.
I'm not really a fan of running. I find it a bit boring. I've never been into video games. I prefer something more hands-on. Cooking isn't really my thing. I'd rather order takeout.
It's not really my thing. Super useful, very casual. It means I don't really like it, but it's softer and more natural.
Let's do one more scenario. You're in a job interview and they ask, what do you do in your free time? This is not just small talk. They want to know what kind of person you are.
So choose a hobby that shows a good quality. I'm really into chess. It teaches me to think strategically and be patient. I volunteer at an animal shelter on weekends. I love giving back to the community. I'm learning Spanish in my free time. I enjoy challenging myself and learning about new cultures.
Notice the pattern. Hobby plus skill or quality it builds. That's interview gold.
Okay, let's slow down and recap the best phrases from today. If you're driving, don't write, just listen. If you're at home, write these down. They're your new toolkit.
Opening your hobby. I'm really into hobby. I'm a big fan of hobby. I've recently gotten into hobby. Lately, I've been trying to learn hobby.
And adding detail and benefits. I usually do it on day, time. Hobby helps me relax, stay fit, clear my head, unwind. It's my way of verbing. I do it whenever I have free time.
Talking about skill level. I've been doing it for time. I'm still a beginner, but I'm enjoying it. I'm just doing it for fun. I wouldn't call myself an expert.
Asking about others. What do you like to do in your free time? How do you usually spend your weekends? What are you into? How did you get into that? What do you enjoy most about it?
Useful reactions and contrasts. That sounds interesting or peaceful, exciting or fun. I'm more of an indoor or outdoor or morning person. I'm not really a fan of hobby. It's not really my thing. I used to hobby, but I fell out of it. I love to get back into it.
Sensory and emotional details. I love the feeling of, it's totally worth it. The feeling of accomplishment is incredible.
Practice these. Say them out loud. Make them yours.
Now, here's your homework. And yes, we're giving you homework because practice is everything.
In the comments below, write a short paragraph about your hobby. Use at least 3 phrases from today. We'll read them, we'll reply, and we'll cheer you on.
Here's a template to get you started. I'm really into your hobby. I usually, when or where you do it. Hobby helps me benefit. I'm skill level. What about you? What are you into?
Copy that, fill in the blanks, post it, don't be shy. This is a safe space. We're all here to grow.
And if you enjoyed this episode, do us a quick favor. Hit the like button. It tells YouTube that this video is helping people, and then YouTube shows it to more learners who need it.
Subscribe to English Sprout TV if you haven't already. We post new episodes every single day, Monday through Sunday, so you can build a daily English habit with us.
And if you want the full transcript of this episode, plus a free PDF guide with all today's phrases, head over to our website, EnglishSproutTV.com. The link is right in the description.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Remember, every conversation starts with a single sentence, so go out there and talk about what you love.
You've got this. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep growing. This is English Sprout TV.
Bye for now.
See you tomorrow.